Welcome. My name is Andrew Barron, and this is Well, It Depends, the podcast where I address financial decisions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. This episode of Well, It Depends will continue our Career Blueprint series, where we discuss some of the goals, challenges, and trade-offs that different professions exhibit over a career. Today, we're talking about professional athletes. But before we begin, a short disclaimer. This is being recorded on August 7th, 2025. The contents of this podcast are strictly for informational purposes only, and nothing said should be taken as investment, tax, or legal advice. It is important to consult with a professional before making any financial decisions, as the strategies discussed may not be suitable for you specifically. Getting into it. Today we're talking about professional athletes. This could be NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, tennis, golf, or even any Olympic level of sports. While each of these have their own dynamics, most share the same unique financial arc: big income during a short window. Why do people choose this career? For many, sports aren't just a job, they are a true lifelong passion. And for a small group of elite performers, it becomes a very lucrative profession. But even at the top, careers are short. Injuries, team decisions, or simply just getting older can cut things off quickly. And while top players do earn millions, the average athlete makes far less than you think. For example, the average NFL career lasts only 3.3 years. Even if you earn a few million during that time, it has to last decades. Let's walk through the financial journey. Early career. This really begins in your teens to maybe early 20s. Training will dominate life. Team travels, elite coaching, and showcases. You'll often need family support or perhaps sponsorships to get to this elite level. College athletes now may have NIL income, but it's not universal. For many, there's simply no income until their very first pro deal. Pro entry, late teens to early 20s. Signing bonuses and league minimum contracts will start flowing in. Sudden, sometimes extraordinary wealth can occur with very little oversight and education. The temptation to spend or to support extended networks can be extremely high. Career risk is massive. A small injury, being cut from your team, can end things overnight. Tax complexities can also be a concern for those competing in multiple states and at the international level. Peak career. This can happen early and mid-20s. For top athletes, this is where earnings explode. Multi-million dollar salaries, endorsement deals, and appearance fees. But for many, they're still on league minimums or very short-term deals. The key challenge is that understanding these are your very highest earning years so early in your life. Exit and transition. 30s, perhaps. Retirement can come at 28, 32, 35, young by almost everyone else's standards. Income can drop dramatically unless you have some sort of media, coaching, or business path. The challenge becomes replacing your identity, your purpose, and your income all at once. Let's now walk through a few examples. Example 1. Jake the league minimum journeyman. Jake gets drafted to the MLB and spends a few years bouncing between the minors and the major leagues. He earns $600,000 in his best year, but averages closer to $200K. He lives large early on, helping friends and family because he assumes he'll keep climbing. But at 29, he's out of the league. With $1.2 million career earnings, he has very little saved and has to completely restart. The lesson here is even six-figure salaries can evaporate quickly if you treat them like they're permanent. Example 2. Lisa, the disciplined Olympian. Lisa is a sprinter who wins a silver medal at 24 and lands several sponsorships. She earns $150,000 a year for 5 years and keeps her expenses low. She works with a financial planner, maxes out her solo retirement accounts, and invests in a small rental property. When she retires at 30, she has $300,000 invested, a plan to coach, and to speak. The lesson here is even in the lower paying sports, financial success is possible with intentional planning. Example 3, Marcus, the star quarterback. Marcus signs a $60 million contract over 5 years. He hires a manager, an agent, a financial advisor, and also gives generally to charity and to family. He spends, but within reason. He builds a media presence, launching a podcast and a brand that helps carry him in his post-career years. At 35, he retires, but he's financially independent and still able to earn. The lesson here is both of the top tiers still need structure to last a lifetime, but smart players build second acts. Planning levers unique to athletes. Income is extremely front-loaded, so it's important to save aggressively early on in your career. Taxes can be very complex. If you play in 10 different states, you'll need to file 10 different tax returns. International competitions have their own complexities. Retirement accounts become even more important for such short careers. It's hard to save inside of these tax-deferred accounts. For those at the top, they may need to consider trusts and other legal structures to help protect their wealth. Insurance is incredibly important in this profession, since even a small injury can be career-ending. Budgeting. It's important to build lifestyle around future income and not simply your peak years. To recap, so how should a professional athlete save? Well, it depends. It depends on your sport, your contract, and how long your body holds up. One thing is clear. Your financial peak will come early, and unless you plan for that, the fall can be devastating. A short career doesn't mean a short financial future, but you have to plan aggressively, ignore the hype, and think decades ahead.